Well, it all started at NAYC 17 that I really felt God telling me to start one, but I kind of kept it to myself because I wasn't so sure. But this verse kept coming back inside my head, Mark 16:15, and he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creation. I really felt a burden to reach people with lost souls, but I always thought you would have to go across the country to do that, but why can't you just be a missionary to your own high school?
I was at a revival service. The man was talking about lost souls and how we can be the difference in our school. The following Monday, I went to school and got a club starter sheet. From that moment on, God began to open the doors and everything began to fall into place. For me, the hardest part was probably finding a teacher sponsor that would support me before or after school. I fasted and prayed, believing that God would open the door. And he did, but not right away. But I just kept on asking until I found someone that would sponsor me. I just trusted and believed that God knew what he was doing and that he would work it out. And he did.
So the first day, I really thought that only my sister was going to show up, but I walk into the room and 48 people were trying to look for chairs and trying to set it up, and I thought they were going to the wrong club or something because I wasn't so sure that it was mine, but it was crazy how that worked out.
In the middle of my lesson, at the back there was a girl and she began to cry. At the end, I asked everybody, why don't we gather in a circle and begin to pray? As I began to pray, she began to cry even more and started weeping. The next meeting we had about 35 kids there. In the middle of my lesson, the same girl who had cried the previous week raised her hand and just said, can we just pray? So we all gathered in a circle and we began to pray again. She began to cry and some of the other kids began to cry as well. I went over and laid my hand on her shoulder, and as soon as I did, the gift of the Holy Ghost fell on her like this. She began speaking in tongues. It was absolutely amazing.
It really made me step out of my comfort zone. Nobody really saw a shy girl teaching so many people. It's also gave me such a closer connection with God and a better prayer life. P7 has really made me have a passion to teach to young people.
P7 has truly changed my life. It has made me more confident in sharing the gospel. It's made me more bold as a person. It's shown me that young people can be touched anywhere and not just in a church atmosphere. It's helped me realize that I have something that people want and desperately need. It's let me know that there's power in young people and not just in adults. The same power that you feel at youth camps or church services, you can feel that in a classroom. We have that power inside of us. We take that every single day as we walk into school.
I just want to encourage you today that don't be scared to start a P7. With the help from God, teaching His Word will take all your nerves away. And the devil tries to discourage us by saying we're not good enough or we'll never be able to do that. But just know, by the help of God, you can do anything.
I want to encourage you today. If you've been thinking or considering about starting a P7 Bible Club, the time is now. We live in a generation that is full of depression, anxiety, hurting, bitterness. We have the power inside of us to overcome all of that. We serve a God who's greater than anything that we face, and we have the opportunity every single day to share that with the people that we go to school with. I challenge you today to shine your light, step into that, and start a P7 Bible Club.